Alright, it's Tuesday morning. We're having a coffee talk. Oh, the hectic days. So yesterday was a little foobar. I had to go to Nashville to pick up my truck from Ryder because I had to drop it off for some work. And then find out they weren't able to get it done because they didn't have the supplies to do it Saturday. So now I've got to take it back at some point and do it. So fun there. I'm back on my e-log, so no more paper. No more paper for a little while. Or until they tell me I got to again. Like I said, you old timers and your obsession with paper logs. There's so much that you can fuck up with those. Yeah. Coffee morning. It's a little warm this morning, so the windows aren't open right now. I had them open a minute ago, airing out the cab, but got the shades on, some contacts are in, and then that's up because it is bright. And then I figured I'd comment a little on what I was watching in Josh's video. What he was talking about, that 65 mile an hour speed limit. Well, my 2 cents on that is if all these guys out here that would actually do the posted speed limit in the posted speed limit, there wouldn't be talks about this. There's only talks about this because you got assholes that are out here in 60 mile an hour zones doing 80, and you got dumbasses in 70 mile an hour zones doing 90. Like, I get that you want to get where you're going, but come on, we're all going the same way. It's assholes that do that. The assholes that don't abide by the construction zone speed limits. The assholes that don't abide by the metropolitan speed limits. Like, I'm sorry. If there's 4 lanes of traffic and it says do 55, you need to be doing 55 because 4 lanes of traffic, you never know who's going to cut you off. You never know who's going to decide to play Frogger. Like, I go through Indianapolis all the time. It drops to 55 through the center. And I am doing like maybe 60. And that's only so I'm not getting ran over by cars. But there's trucks going through there doing like 75 and 80 miles an hour, you know? And I'm having to guess that because they passing me like I'm sitting still. And then don't get me started with the assholes that want to go 3 wide on some of these curves there in Indianapolis, Nashville, Memphis. Like, no trucks left lane, dude. Or at least be patient enough not to pass on a fucking curve. Like, these are the fundamentals. Like, slow the fuck down, people. Slow the fuck down. If your truck can do 80, 90 miles an hour, then the 2 or 3 minutes that you have to do 55 in a construction zone or 60 in a metropolitan area is not going to hold you up that much. So take your foot out of it, drive with some common sense, and slow the fuck down. Or they are going to start passing these laws where all these trucks have to be governed by the manufacturer. Like, you want to bitch about a problem when you're causing the problem. You want them not to govern our trucks mandatedly, no matter whether you're owner-operator or not? Stop driving like morons. Stop driving like morons. and slow the fuck down. If there's construction barrels out, that's still a construction zone. If there are still actively construction barrels on the road, it is still a construction zone, whether you see construction or not. If you're in an area where there is concrete barriers dividing the road, when normally it's one side of the road is going one way and the other side of the road is going the other, where it's divided by a grassy median, that's a construction zone. Slow the fuck down. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen or gotten caught up in traffic because of accidents up on 70 East by Effingham because morons want to speed through that construction zone. There's been 3 or 4 truck accidents. There's been countless hotshot drivers driving off into the ditch. I don't know how many people pulling damn campers have gone off into the ditch. Slow the fuck down, people. These are 80,000-pound death machines, not Honda Civics. Drive like you got some common sense.